So she got a GoFundMe. She's received money to help with her 3 children, and she still gets up and go to work. So I really respect this Black woman. I really do. Like, I respect who she is. Like, that just tells me everything I need to know about her integrity, what she stands for. She didn't get $50,000 and go, I'm about to go. Like, y'all figure it out, right? She just still like, I'm gonna be here all day by myself, and I'm not
But
gonna
is she
stop doing
loving
it.
herself enough? That
Huh?
doesn't sound like self-love to me.
It
I
sounds
think
like
that
a
there's
woman that
also
just
something to
wants
be I think
to
there's also
job.
something to be said about rural America, right? She lives in South Carolina. It sounds like a very
Right.
small town. I
Okay.
think that we looking at it from a perspective of people, city slickers, right?
Right.
People that have more options. I think that there is a misunderstanding. I live in the biggest city in a very rural area of Louisiana. It's the
Yeah.
biggest city between here and Dallas, Texas.
Mhm.
And this lady's story is very familiar, I'm sure, to a lot of people here. There are not a lot of job options if you don't have training, if you don't understand how skills translate, right? If
Mm-hmm.
you don't understand how to transfer the skills that you have into something else, if you
Mm-hmm.
haven't tapped into a special skill or talent that you have where you can sell a product or service to people, it's a
Mm-hmm.
little bit harder to look at yourself. So I understand what you're saying,
Okay.
Yolanda, but I'm not going
Yeah.
to disparage her self-worth because I
Yeah.
understand in rural areas there are not a lot of opportunities. There
Right.
may be a Burger King, there may be a Walmart, and a couple of gas stations where she lives. That is the reality in rural
Okay.
parts of the
Yeah.
country. And so I think that also is factoring into what her mindset is, because rural
Right.
people for the most part aren't thinking about how I'm gonna get the bag, chase the bag. Life is much slower. And so I think
Yes.
that part is kind of missing in all of this, is the conversation about rural areas versus urban areas and what your life experience is and what your expectations are for yourself, right?
Yeah.
Maybe for her, that's enough for where she is living. And I never want to impose how I feel, right? I think a lot of times we impose our overhead and our expectations onto other people. And I think that she is doing what the vast majority of Americans are doing, getting up every day, hard work, taking care of their kids, and being responsible citizens. So I don't want to disparage her, because I definitely know that living in rural parts of the world, specifically this part of the world, is not a whole lot of opportunities if you have not tapped into yourself. Now maybe she could take that 48,000 and invest it. Maybe that $48,000 can help her mind open and she could be more creative. But if that's what's around you, it's really hard to see anything else.
That's right.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to disparage her. I really am not. And thank you for giving me that Negro wake up call, because I have to remember I'm from New York. I've been living in New York all my life, you know. So thank you for that, Marlo. But also, what I am afraid of is this, and she has to open her mindset. These corporations are now employing or buying robots to do those type of jobs. So soon her job is going to be not in existence. So I'm hoping that this young lady understands that, they're not going to give her any money. They're not going to reward her for all this hard work that she's putting in to this corporation. She's putting in all her good energy into them for what? For $14 an hour? She needs to take that 48,000. And Tierra, I'm sorry, I know you say you love the fact that she didn't take and go, yeah, 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 I got. Girl, she needs to take that and go, yeah, 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 I got it, and set something up for herself and her children.